I'm Pete Daniel, and I love to film the wildlife in my home of the Tamar Valley. The Tamar Valley is on the border of Devon and Cornwall. Join me as I show you the wildlife around the Tamar Valley for 12 months. Last time you joined me, I showed you our pond tank with our hatched out tadpoles, as well as showing you the next project for the garden. I put some eggs into the incubator to try and increase our poultry concern, as well as going to look for one of my favourite animals in the Tamar Valley, the roe deer. This week, join me as I check the progress in my bird box. It's all starting to happen in the incubator with the chicken eggs, and I go to try and find one of my favourite birds that lives on the river, the kingfisher. Right, okay, I've come back to check the bird box camera. I just blew it up on the screen so you can see it in large. There you go. Right, last week, as you know, we've seen the blue tit building his nest, which was absolutely brilliant. This week, I was expecting to see some eggs in this box, or at least see the bird sitting on the eggs. But we've got nothing. The nest has gone back to looking a bit messy. Last week, there was a nice little cup in the middle of the net. Oh, hey, there you are. Right, the birds just come back. Birds come back. Look. The blue tits come back with more material on her beak. Right, and off she goes again. Right, so they're still building a nest. Oh, that's brilliant. I was a little bit concerned that it wasn't going to happen. Because like I say, I thought there was going to be eggs in there, or the birds sat on the eggs, but that's really, really good. So that explains why there is no eggs yet. They're still building a nest. Okay, brilliant. Oh, fantastic. Right, well, let's shut that down. I'll just have to wait a little bit longer then, won't I? Right, okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. Whilst I'm here, let's check that box, see if anything's happening. I doubt it, because I think we may have missed it from that box now. You know, it's coming up end of April now, so I ain't expecting anything to be happening in there. Put the power in, and that one. And let's see what we got. Oh, yes we have! We got a nest going on in here. Look. Let's get that up on a big screen. That's brilliant! Something started nested in this box as well. You have a look at this. I'll show you on the screen. Well, there you are, look, see? Something started building a nest in the bottom of the box. There's some material on the bottom of the box, and that wasn't there last week. So that's absolutely brilliant. So they are. That's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? I wanted to show you a brood of chicks this year. It's looking like I might do with the blue tits. And then all of a sudden, I check that camera, and we got a nest getting built in there as well. That's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm getting excited now. So hopefully, I may be able to show you 2 broods of chicks. That would be really, really good. Right, let's shut that down. And let's leave them to get on with it. And I'm some chuffed with that. We may have 2 broods of chicks. Brilliant. Well, that's fantastic to see both my bird boxes being used. I shall leave them alone now for at least a week or so before I go back to check to see if I got any eggs. Talking of eggs, I need to go back now and see what's happening in the incubator. See if anything's going on. Right, well, before I put these eggs into lockdown, of course, I gotta have a look. I can't wait till day 21 or 22 to see if we're gonna have something coming out of these eggs. I've got the torch ready for candling. I'm gonna pick an egg, and I'm just gonna have a quick look before I set them all into lockdown, okay? So let's do this nice and quick. That's first egg. There we go. Nice and gentle. What we got? Yes, we got a chick in there. We got a chick. I can see all the veins. You can see the big air sac at the top. I'm hoping you can see some veins. It's very hard to see. You can just see them coming down from that air sac, and I can just see a chicken there moving. So that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Oh, my torch has gone over. Let's get them in back in quick. That's good. That's good. That's brilliant. that means in a few days' time we should have a chick. That's excellent news. Well, I better get these eggs into lockdown. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, there you are. You can see all the eggs now. They're laid out in the incubator on the flat, ready for day 21. Hopefully on day 21 those eggs will start hatching out and we'll see what chicks we get. But I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to keep an eye on them because you will see the eggs wobble. Okay, so when they start wobbling, that's when you know the chicks are moving into position ready to hatch out. So I'll keep an eye on that and see if I can show you that. See if I can get some actually wobbling. But now I've just got to leave them be. And that's it. Can't do no more now. Right. I put the eggs in the lockdown about an hour ago. And already we got an egg wobbling. That one right there in the middle. That big egg. I was just sat here watching and he started wobbling. He ain't going to do nothing now, is he? I'm going to sit here and wait and make sure he does. Come on, Chico. Give us a wobble. There you are. There you are. The egg's wobbling. That's the chick inside moving. Getting into position to hatch out, look. Just moved again then. Right, we got an intruder. Keeps coming into the garden. Keeps tearing the bins open. So I'm going to put a trail camera out tonight. Could be anything. My missus thinks it's a cat. I think it's a rat. I'm hoping it's not. But we shall soon find out. Something keeps clawing at the bag. Keeps tearing it open. Rubbish all over the floor. So hopefully by the morning we'll know what's causing it. Right, I've just been out and picked up the trail camera. I've got to talk a bit quiet because it's early in the morning. The girls are still in bed. I don't want to wake them up. So you have to excuse the bed air this morning. I've been straight out to pick a camera up. Now, the bins has been ripped open again. So someone's been back last night. So hopefully we'll see what it is on the trail camera. So let's have a quick look see. Get to the bottom of this intruder. Right, what we got? Gotcha. It's Mr. Hedgehog causing all that mess. Look at the greedy little toad. That's brilliant. Well, that's brilliant, isn't it? The hedgehog coming in. Absolutely brilliant. Well, at least it wasn't a rat anyway. But I better get up there and clean up the mess he's made, the little rascal. Well, that was brilliant. To get to the bottom of that little mystery in the garden and catch the hedgehog red-handed, tearing out the bins and making the mess everywhere, it's time for me now to make my way down to the river and try out another idea I have for my trail cameras this year. There's a bird on the river I would love to try and see. Right, I've come down to the river today to set up one of my trail cameras, and I've set up that trail camera on the tree right behind me. I've done that because I want it to face across the river to that branch sticking out from the other side. The reason I've done that is because last week me, Tash and the girls came down for a walk with the dog. We were going to come in the field and the girls were going to have a paddle in the river. So Tash and the girls walked up to the gate and I sat on the bridge and waited for them. And as I sat there, the kingfisher came from underneath that bridge and pitched up on that branch. Of course, I didn't have a camera or anything, did I? So I got all excited and I said to the wife, I've got to get a camera on this. I've got to get a camera right now. So I went back to the truck, didn't have a camera. So I've come back today to put a trail camera on that tree to see if I can get anything of the kingfisher. So fingers crossed we'll get something, because that would be absolutely fantastic. Well, with the weather being so good in the Tamar Valley, we can get on with lots of jobs at the allotment. The girls have been so busy, they've been up cleaning the greenhouse and planting everything out, and now we're starting to see a few results. It's absolutely brilliant. Well, I'm really pleased with how the garden's come on. The spuds has come up. In a few days time they'll be ready for ridging up. We've got broad beans, artichokes, runner beans, we've got peas, we've got carrots, Elsie's planted radishes, got beetroot, we've got tomatoes in the greenhouse. It's absolutely brilliant. So all that hard work has paid off, and hopefully we should get a good harvest. Right, well I got home from work tonight and I thought the first thing I've got to do is check the incubator. Now this morning when I checked it, it was only on day 19. Of course I only set the eggs out last night, didn't I? But already one egg had started. Now I get home tonight, I look in the incubator and all the eggs has moved. Of course the chicks is inside the eggs, and as they're turning, then rolling the egg makes the egg move, so they scatter each other around a bit. But now there's 2 eggs that started. And you can also hear the chicks inside the eggs peeping. You can hear tip, 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 tip. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get the camera down to the incubator. Now, the incubator makes a lot of noise, but I'm hoping you're going to hear this cheeping because it's absolutely brilliant. Really, really good. So hopefully by the morning we may have a chick. Who knows? Hopefully 2. There you are. There's the incubator. Look. See all the eggs. They was put down last night. When I put the incubator into lockdown, they were all set out nicely, okay? But what's happened is the chicks is moving inside the egg to get in position for hatching out, and when they do that, they roll around inside the egg. Of course, sometimes it makes the egg roll, and they scatter each other around like Skittles inside the incubator. So there's the first egg that I noticed was coming out this morning there, look. All right, and then there's the second one. So they're on the way. Now what I'm going to do now is set the camera down and hopefully you'll hear some of this cheeping going on inside the eggs. I just wanted you to see what was happening inside the incubator. All the eggs moving around. Come on in, chickos, make some noise. Let everybody hear what you want to say. I hope you can hear that. That's brilliant. That's the little chicks inside the eggs. Come on, chicko. I think he's talking to me, you know. Now I hope you heard that. That's what I wanted you to hear. That's the chicks inside the eggs. Peeping as they call it. Or cheep, cheep, cheep. Okay? Now, I've been reading up on this. It can still take up to 48 hours for those chicks to come out of those eggs. What's happened, apparently, is those chicks have got too big for the egg. Now remember the air sac? That's what they've been breathing on, with those veins coming down to the chick inside the egg. Now he's got too big, he's broke through the shell, and those chicks are breathing on their own. So they're breathing fresh air. So that's all good stuff. But what I want to show you is the chicks coming out of the egg. So they got a little egg tooth on their beak, and they'll go right round the shell like this. And then the end of the shell will fall off, and out comes the chick. And that's what I want you to see. So hopefully within the next 24 hours, we'll have something. Fingers crossed, eh? There he is, look. There's the little chickie born about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. He's just resting up there. Okay? Well, join me next time as me and Elsie go up to the garden to check the bird box camera to see if there's any progress with Birdie. We started to dig our wildlife pond at the garden, ready for our tadpoles and froglets to get released into later this year. It's the time of year for me to go looking for a certain animal before I go back down to the river to check the trail camera to see if I've got anything of the kingfisher.